on the previous episode.
For 3,750 training. Now you guys do the math. That is 19.06 training. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I believe it's episode 53 of the No Money Spent long informational market video today. So let's hop into the content that actually dropped. We got a 92 Joe Thomas, best left tackle in the game. I don't really want to go too much into stats. He's a left tackle, but I have the times 3 Lions guy, so I can't really pick him up. But he's only 300k, so not terrible for his overall in price. But the big legend basically dropped today. Ted Hendricks, 92 overall. Raiders, Packers theme team. I don't know if he gets another theme team, but man, 88 speed, 90 block shed, or 92 block shed, 90 power move, 89 zone. This card can pretty much do it all. He's basically almost a safety out there at outside linebacker. He does have a hefty price tag, about 600k, but man, the White Lawrence Taylor, man, this card can do it all on one of the best theme teams. Man, that card probably gonna be picking it up in the coming weeks. Of course, not right now. He's 600k. Legends, I think, are overpriced this year. I don't know. You guys put in the comments. I think Legends are the new ones that come out every week. They're really overpriced compared to the Friday content drops. But of course, the solo challenge rewards. You get an 85 overall this week because the overalls went up +1. But let's hop into the market. Let's not waste any time. We're gonna go through first the 3 ways that I've been making coins basically today. Of course, the Jalen Ramsey or the 92 reroll method from yesterday. Now the 90s we were buying at under 140, and the 92s were going for about 360, 370. Now the 90s are going for like 145, and the 92s are going for like 350. Now this method I haven't really doing as much lately just because the 90s have not been posted as much. You see 138 there, but yesterday the cards were flying on the market for under 140 easy. You see all the bids. I've been buying for under 135 pretty much every single time. But 135 and under is what I've been paying. They just aren't being posted as much on the market because, I mean, Friday was the first day of content. Everyone was ripping packs, and now just not many that get posted really on the market. But that's going to be the first method. I'd slow down a little bit. You see that I was selling Jalen Ramsey for like 360 last night. 350 has been the price. So you can still get 22, 23 coins for training, which is under market value or under what we're getting. So it's still a viable method. Just takes a little bit longer to do, and you don't make as much. That's why I've kind of slowed down. Second way I've been making coins, legend sets, specifically legend overalls that basically go for way over the trading discard. So a 90 overall is trading this card at about 120, and 91 is 180. Now Mike Haynes and like Jerry Rice are going for way over, like in the 300s in terms of like a 90. A Leonard Davis goes for like 200 when a 120 is the 90. So you want to get legend overalls that basically go for way over the trading discard, so you have that room to make profit. If they go for discard and all the pieces go for discard, it's basically just going to even out to what the card goes for. There's no profit to be made. So you see Mike Haynes, we pick up the last 2 87s because they were kind of extinct for a little bit for 47 and 55k. Going to speed up the process of adding these cards, and I'll show you how much I have done the sets. I've done about 8 or 9 Mike Haynes, but you see we've been picking up the 89s on average, and you see on the screen, so it's like not lying, I'm not capping. 89s for 120 on average, 109 is the lowest, 136 is the highest, 87 for 45k on average, more around 47k, but 86s for around 30, 85s for 25, and 84s for 19. Of course, I've gotten cards for a little bit lower than the average and a little bit above when they're more scarce, and I just really want to complete the set. So 240,000 coins on average to complete my hands. I did also a Leonard Davis set, I believe, for like 140, sold for 200, and I did a Jerry Rice set, which I'm still trying to sell the card. I think I did him for around 300, and he goes for around 370, 380, or I did him for like 290. There's something really good. I got the 89 overall Jerry Rice for really cheap at the time, for 150k. But you see Mike Haynes, 345k is the cheapest. We did this set for 240. Now, this is a little expensive, honestly, for what Mike Haynes is going. I'm going to list for 339 and get undercut pretty fast for like 325. I've been selling most of them for around 315. 320, but if this actually sells for 340, I make 66,000 on the set, but on average I've been selling for around 315, 320. So normally I make around 45 to 50,000, just around there, but I've done it 8 or 9 times. I mean, that is over 300k just on Mike Haynes, and then of course Jerry Rice, Leonard Davis. So I've been doing that. Just of course Legends, it's easier to snipe Legends on Saturday. This method you're not gonna be able to do it all week. It's much better on Saturday. But now the final method, the title of this video, the Amazon warehouse method, is what I call it. The Bezos buying, manipulating the market. The start of this method, I'm going to put this, you need coins for this method. This is not your cheap method. You need coins. I'd say 500k plus realistically. If you want to know how to make coins or cheap coins, get a players, team builders. I put out methods. There's methods on YouTube for what you can do to buy basically cheap how to make coins with not a lot of coins, like 100k, 200k or less. You got heavyweight rerolls, team builders, get a players, but this method is going to be for the high rollers especially. Now what you're doing is you're pretty much buying cards at training discards. So that means 91s at 170, 90s under 125, 89s for under 75, and 88s for like under 55,000. You're going to go through the filters, make sure you're on 59 minute. You can do like all offense, all defense for 889 as well as 90s. That's how I've been sniping the cards. You see we got a Norwell. We picked up a Norwell just for an example at 76k, little 1k over, but it's whatever. Now what you're going to do is you're going to accumulate what I call a warehouse in your binder. You're going to have so many cards, a lot of dupes of these cards, etc. Now what you're going to do with the cards, now you're technically buying them for training. We're investing in training by buying these cards. Now training is going to go up. There's no training reroll in the set. As soon as there's a training and reroll in the store, training is going to skyrocket and all these cards really are going to go up, but you're probably going to be discarding them for training more than anything. Now what we're going to do with these cards, this is kind of Amazon warehouse, manipulating the market. We are going to be listing these cards when they become scarce and rare on the market over time. You'd be surprised how like the jumps these cards make. You saw about Norwell for 76k, you saw 2 Norwells for 79 and then 100k. So we're going to list ours for 99k. Michael Pierce, we listed for 94. Now we've bought every single 89 for under 75k, every single 90 for under 125, and every single 91 for under 170. We're not buying the card, we're buying the number, because if we're quick selling for training and investment, every card, no matter what card it is discarding for the same price. So they have the same value to me if we're discarding them for training. So what we do is pretty much now we take advantage of their actual price fluctuation on rare cards and we sell the cards for much more than what we paid for. You saw we bought what we're going to show in the bids. I got this Roy Williams for 70,000 on a snipe. Wasn't too hard of a snipe, basically like 8 or 9k under what he was going for. Now Roy Williams, you see there was one for I think 88k and he jumps to 109. So we're going to list the 99k and you'd be shocked at how many people actually buy these cards for way overpriced when basically they become rare on the market. Now we're looking at the bids, you can see we bought Reggie Bush for 170, ETN for 67, Fall for 126 is a little overpriced just because Team Diamonds are a little rare. But man, you can see all the cards. Now, I know there's a lot of Mike Haynes, so it kind of skews all the buys, but who is that? John Mackey for 75, John Mackey 91 for 167, Pat for 72, Brandon Marshall 123, Curtis Martin 161. Like, we are buying these cards for a good amount under training quick sell, realistically, so we can't lose coins. We have that security of we could always discard for training because we're buying training as cheap as you see the Roy Williams for 70k, and then we list these cards when they become rare on the market. Man, just check these cards on your phone, your companion app. Like, man, you'd be shocked at how many times the cards just like get basically all bought, and a card will be 75k. 10 minutes later, he's like 95k, and you snipe it for under 70 and you sell for 94. It's just basically a profit where you're not really trying to make profit, but you are. Look at the Leonard Davis we bought for 167, sells for 209. Unitas we bought for 50, 97. We try to sell the 90s at above 150, 91s above 200, and then the 89s have been the real money makers. We buy for under 75, and we try to sell for above 95k. You see, Strahan we bought for 78, sold for 94. That Norwell, we just bought one for 76. We have sold them for 94k. It's not super hard to sell these cards. Their prices fluctuate. You have so many cards in your binder. Once you start to collect really an inventory of cards, and then if they don't sell, you just keep them in your binder, and we'll quick sell them for training. We could reroll heavyweights if you need coins right now, but we're investing in training. Priest Holmes, you see, I bought for 151, sold for 207. That's a 30k profit, and I'm not even trying to make profit on these cards. I'm just buying them because training is so cheap, and I'm investing in training, but I'm making coins on the side by technically flipping to lazy buyers. It's probably been the easiest way to make coins. Now, it is more of a tedious time management. I've been basically watching college football, been sniping for most of the day, editing, doing whatever, eating. Sniping is sniping. It's basically all luck, but you're not really sniping. You're not sniping a 100k card for 50k. You're sniping an 80k card for under 75. So it doesn't they're not super hard. You see the inventory. We have a ton of 89s and 90s and 91s, and man, I just wait basically for them to kind of go up in price and be above their average price, and I sell, make profit. If they don't go up, we just kind of keep them. We'll eventually quick sell them for training. Hopefully we get a reroll next week, or we'll sell when Wildcard Wednesday training goes up. But that's going to be all for this video. If you have any questions about this method, or kind of manipulation type method, comment down below. You can ask me questions. Subscribe if you're new, like if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, peace.